Hi friend, welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be talking about some hacks that are going to be really useful for anybody who's like me and always procrastinating on their star path, or if you're just looking for a way to complete it quickly or more efficiently. I have about 5, maybe even 6 hacks that'll be useful for anyone who's looking to do just that. Also, just really quickly, for anyone who's new to star paths or are not familiar with Disney Dreamlight Valley and how they work in the game, they're basically limited time events that have duties or tasks that will require you to complete in order to get badge points. These little badge points or tokens can be used to purchase exclusive cosmetic items in your game. Most of these items don't come back around, which is why it's important for you to complete your star path. Really, what you just need to know is it's a limited time event that you want to complete before the end date so that you can get some cool items in your game. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so the first hack, and probably my most favorite hack, is actually in the duties themselves. So what you see right here is complete Dreamlight Duties. We're all pretty familiar with this one. However, what you want to do is kind of wait until you get another one of these duties to pop up at the same time. So you can see right now I have complete Dreamlight Duties and also cross off the items of your Regal to-do list. This is the same exact duty. It's all related to doing Dreamlight tasks. And if you have these active at the same time, whenever you do one, it will count for both. So you're basically killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I can go ahead and show you that this works. Let's go and check what duty I have to harvest. 3 bananas. So let's go down to the beach really quickly just so I can show you how this works. And again, this has helped me save so much time, especially because the Dreamlight Duties are my least favorite thing to do in the star path. Until they allow us to actually track the duty, I just really don't enjoy doing this one. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and harvest the bananas, and you can see I have completed that duty. So I'm going to check that off. And when I come back to my events, you can see that it is now 6 and 5. So anytime you do these Dreamlight Duties, they should count towards both as long as you have them on at the same time. Hopefully that makes sense, but this is a really helpful tip and I really love this one so much. Now this next one's another really great one. If you ever have a duty that's asking you to pick up flowers, so it might say something like pick up some green flowers or pick up some yellow flowers, a lot of people are probably going around and just picking them up like that and then waiting for them to respawn. However, there is a hack, and if you have a bunch of flowers in a storage chest or if you're just collecting them over time, what you can do is open your storage. You can pull out, let's just, for the sake of the video, let's pull out 5. Transfer those into your inventory, or you can pick up a bunch of the flowers that you need. So you can go around and pick a bunch of yellow flowers, right? Instead of doing this 30 times or however many times it asks you to pick the flower, all you need to do is come into your inventory and then hit drop. And you can go around and pick these all up again, and essentially they will count. So a lot of us have flowers already in our storage, and this is great because you can just come to your storage, pull out 30 yellow or white flowers, whatever it's asking for, and then drop them on the ground and just pick them back up instead of waiting for them to spawn. It saves a ton of time and it's super useful. So I would recommend doing it this way instead of the regular way. Okay, now this next one is one that I've mentioned in a lot of my videos, but I have to include it here because I think it is so important to do. But when you know a new star path is coming, which is usually timed around an update or a big release, basically what you need to do is just leave all of your night thorns. Let your night thorns spawn all over your valley if you can deal with the mess. In every star path, there is a duty or multiple duties that require you to remove like 50 night thorns. So that's like 100 plus night thorns in the star path. So if you have these spawned all around your valley, it's easy to complete that star path really quick, because if not, you have to wait for them to kind of spawn around, and that takes a lot of time. So if you want to be efficient, go ahead and start, a couple of weeks or a month ahead of time. It's just let your night thorns collect up around the valley and then harvest them when the star path is active. Now, I do have a couple of additional tips that I think are really helpful when it comes to doing the star path duty that requires you to remove night thorns, but these next tips do require you to have the Rift in Time DLC. So if you have that DLC, what you can do in order to help speed up finishing that star path task is come here and remove these splinters of fate. They actually respond or act as the same thing as like night thorns. So when you remove these, they count as well. So that's a quicker way to finish that task. And if you want to be even more efficient, you can craft some of these ancient machines. This is the gathering one, and you can place these down in your valleys. You can see right here, you can gather up these night thorns. And just as a side tip, you do need to have have the more advanced ancient machines, like the basic version of this will not actually collect night thorns for you. So I believe you have to upgrade it. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong about that. But once you have one of these, I have the level 3, you can collect up your night thorns like this. Hit collect, and when you collect those night thorns, it will count towards your duty. So you don't even have to go around picking them up manually anymore. If you have the DLC, you can place down those ancient machines and have it do all the work for you. Now this next one I'm including, I'm hoping that I'm not the only one who didn't know this, but because I didn't know it, I always like to include that kind of stuff in the video because I feel like maybe I'm not alone and this will be useful for someone else. But when you have a star path duty that's requiring you to get a certain type of gem or something like that, or a certain color, a lot of times you can find a variety of colors in the mines. So this is a great area to mine if you're looking especially for like red or blue gems. But one thing I didn't know about blue gems is that the actual Vitalis crystals count towards a blue gem, collecting a blue gem. So I was going around trying to find these blue gems like the shiny aquamarine or the diamond or the sapphire, but I never thought that the Vitalis crystal actually counted too, which obviously I know some of you are going to be like, duh, Kay. Obviously it's a blue crystal or a blue gem, but I just didn't think of it. So maybe there's someone else who didn't know that. If you do have to collect up blue gems, go to the Vitalis mines. You'll be able to significantly reduce your time mining for blue gems in here because you'll get the Vitalis crystals and you can also possibly get blue gems as well. Now the mines is a perfect segue into this next hack. So in your star path, you are likely to find them asking you to collect either rare fish that you can only find in like orange circles or shiny gems. And you need to collect multiple of these gems. Like for example, I have dig for some shiny white gems, which I'm assuming is diamonds, but we see this happen a lot with fishing or mining in our star path. One thing that you're going to want to make sure you're always having on hand is some potions. So you can see right here, I have the miracle fishing bait potion, but you can use potions for helping you to get gems quicker and also helping you to catch the more rare fish that you need for the star path a lot faster. So for example, I already have the fishing potion attached to my fishing rod, and this will turn any of the circles, the little fishing bubbles around, to an orange bubble. So for example, puffer fish was one that we had for this star path. We also had one for swordfish, and if you apply this potion, you're guaranteed to get either one of those fish. So it makes things a lot faster, and it's definitely something you want to keep in mind when you're doing your star path. It does require Dreamlight and crystals, but I think it's worth it, especially for the amount of time you save, because if you don't do it this way, it is a major grind, a major grind. All right, now don't kill me. I'm just going to include this next one as a bonus because I think it depends on your game. This one I haven't really seen necessarily in my game, but I have heard from my community that it works in theirs. So some of the realms have harvestables in them. So for example, in Moana's realm, you can get bananas. You can also get some coconuts over here. So if you have a duty that's requiring you to pick a certain amount, you can reduce some of that time it will take by coming here to harvest up some of those things. And I've also heard that in the frozen realm, you can get garlic. Now, this is why I'm including it as a bonus because I think it may depend on your game. Mine may be bugged, but I haven't had any garlic respawn in this realm. But when I did have the star path duty that required me to gather 30 garlic, that obviously was pretty time consuming. You can maybe just check here to see if you have any additional garlic. But I guess the main thing you want to focus on is don't forget about your realms when you need to harvest some of these different things that the star path is asking for. You may be able to cut down some of your time doing that. So friends, that's the 5-ish hacks that I had for you today. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you maybe found some of these to be useful in your own game. If you have some of your own hacks that you figured out for the star path, go ahead and comment them below. I would love any additional tips from anyone who has found a way to complete star paths quicker, because again, I'm a little bit slower. I'm on the slower side when it comes to completing star paths. So I hope this video was helpful. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, share it with a friend who may be starting out in Disney Dreamlight Valley and looking for some tips. And until next time, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.